Hello and welcome to my channel Arye Krakow and Poland Experience. Today we are on the concentration camp at Plaszów, or as they call it, KL Plaszów Museum, which is the place where Jews from Krakow were put in, and there is a very known film, Schindler List, that also show this. Feel free to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell button to get notified whenever I'm uploading newer videos, and I hope that you will enjoy this video as much as possible. So KL stands for concentration lager in German. We are going into the monument, going toward the monument. This place was renovated like about a year ago. So we are able to see one of the tablets that is being written here in Polish. And on the other side we can see the Hebrew version of it, which says, "God will revenge the spilled blood in this place. They were tortured and killed and murdered and turned into ashes between the years 1943 to 1945. Couple of dozens of thousands of Jews that were put in here from Hungary as well as Poland. We don't know their names, but we will call them the Jews. In this place, one of the most horrible crimes were done. Non-human tongue can explain the atrocities that were being done over here. And there were being called in one word, Hitlerism. Sorry. And this is for their memory. This is a memorial place for 40 Polish policemen that have been and served here under the Nazi regime. Here is another kind of a tombstone for remembering of the Hungarian people who were brought here. So on this place was the industrial part of the concentration camp. There were here like workshops and sewing places where the biggest number of prisoners were kept here, and was working in dealing with skin and other fabric. There was a place for warcraft, woodcraft. This is for the memorial for the woodcraft place. In this place there was like a print shop. Here there was a metal workshop. Here there was a blacksmith and tinsmith workshop. Here was a paper making workshop. Also another place for paper making workshop. In here was the kitchen and the ice house. Over here there was the hospital of the concentration camp. Here you are able to see the history of this concentration camp that was founded at October 1942 by the Germans, by the Jewish work labor, and there was a sub camp that was built in the middle of 1943, and it was working till January 1945. In the camp itself there were like 35,000 people, mostly Jewish, but also Poles that were held during the time it was opened. In this place was the surgical place as part of the hospital that was on this territory. In here was an ice house or storage for ice. Over here stood the utility and supply section. In here there was the internal medicine ward, part of the hospital that the sign was saying previously. In here was the sewer pipe, that the dates where it was produced in the hospital itself is being marked on it. One of them was on the 16th of October, the second 20th of October, and 22 of December 1943. And that was barrack number 17 and was revealed on 2017. In here were the latrine place or toilet. It's a huge place. Over here was the tent where the doctors and the people who were taking people that were dead into burial were in. Over here was the magazine for the foodstuff warehouse. Here we can see the foundation of the bakery, building number 38, that were revealed during an archaeologist digging on the year 2018. Before the war, there was here like a house for wellness for children, Jewish children that had the pneumonia. Over here, again, the toilet, one of the toilets place. Over here was the residential barracks or the living place for the prisoners that were kept here by the Nazis. In the concentration place there was also a camp prison. All the camp was a prison, but inside the prison there was the prison of the camp. Here was the children barrack, which was the place where children were put in. This is a modernized fence, of course. Somebody actually has outside of this camp a place for bee breeding. We can see at the far the Kupiec. Over here was a building for the guardians of this concentration camp.